To begin, we'll create a copy of our existing HTML file. This will allow us to experiment with styling without affecting the original structure. To do this, we can right-click on the original HTML file, select Duplicate or Copy, and then paste the copied file into the same directory. We can then rename the copied file to format dash and dash style dash tag.html to clearly distinguish it from the original. We're going to dive into a simple yet effective HTML tag, the HR tag. The HR tag, short for horizontal rule, is used to create a visual break or separator within your web page. Think of it as a line that divides content into distinct sections. As you can see, the HR tag simply inserts a horizontal line across the entire width of the page. It's a great way to improve readability by separating blocks of text, headings, or lists. Enhance visual appeal by adding a clean and organized look to your page. Guide the user's eye by drawing attention to specific sections. Okay, let's explore the BR tag, a simple yet powerful tool for controlling how your text appears on the page. The BR tag, short for line break, is used to insert a single line break within a block of text. Unlike the HR tag, which creates a horizontal rule, BR simply moves the following text to the next line. If you're observing the web browser, you'll notice a distinct format between the skills and education sections, as well as within the text enclosed by the pre-tag below. Interestingly, while pressing Tab or Enter between words within a paragraph element has no visible impact on the displayed text, if do the same action within a pre-element results in noticeable spacing between words, highlighting the unique behavior of these elements. If we observe that when we full screen the browser, the paragraph text expands to fill the entire width. To address this, we will adjust the paragraph formatting to maintain the same appearance as it has when the browser is in half-screen view. This will involve strategically inserting BR elements within the second paragraph to control line breaks and achieve the desired half-screen line view. As you can see, the BR tag forces a line break after the first sentence, effectively creating two lines of text within the same paragraph. Since the pre-element is not intended for the current purpose, we will replace it with a paragraph element. Subsequently, we will apply the same formatting to this paragraph as we did for the first education section. It's important to note that the BR tag itself does not introduce a line break in your code. The line break only occurs in the browser's display. However, to improve code readability, it's common practice to place the text that should appear on the next line below the BR tag, even though it doesn't affect how the code runs. Now let's dive into the exciting world of text formatting elements in HTML. These elements allow you to control the appearance and emphasis of your text, making your web pages more visually appealing and informative. Let's say I want to highlight the name of my university. I can use the B tag to make it bold. As you can see, the B tag effectively emphasizes the name of my university, making it stand out from the rest of the text. Now let's say I want to emphasize the graduated title at the university. I can use the M tag to make them appear in italics. Alternatively, I can also use an I element to give an italic effect to the text. While both tags result in italicized text, I is more suitable for text that is inherently italicized, such as foreign words, technical terms, or book titles. In addition to M, I, and the tags we've already discussed, HTML provides other formatting tags, each serving a specific purpose in presenting web content. Strong, this tag is used to strongly emphasize text, typically making it appear bolder. Mark, this tag highlights text, often with a background color, to draw attention to it. Del, this tag indicates deleted text, often displayed with a strike-through effect. Ins, this tag indicates inserted text, often displayed with an underline. There are several formatting tags that are not used as frequently, but it's good to be aware of them. These include code tag. This tag is used to display code or computer output. It often renders the text in a monospaced font. For example, code, def greet, name, print, hello, plus name plus exclamation point, /code, sub tag. This tag displays text as subscript, typically used for chemical formulas or mathematical expressions. For example, P, the formula for water is H sub 2 / sub O / P. Sub tag. This tag displays text as superscript, often used for exponents or footnotes. For example, P, the area of a circle, is calculated using the formula B pi r sub 2 / sup / B / P. It's important to note that the correct placement of the opening and closing tags is crucial for the proper rendering of the HTML. By understanding the purpose of each formatting tag and ensuring proper tag placement, we can effectively structure and present information on our web pages, enhancing readability and improving the overall user experience. When reviewing a document, pay close attention to the formatting of lists. For example, consider the following list: technical skills, soft skills, problem-solving skills. Notice that the colons are not aligned, and if the content of problem-solving skills is longer, it might also appear misaligned. We can improve the visual consistency of this list by using the and NBSP entity. The and NBSP entity represents a non-breaking space, unlike a regular space character, which allows the browser to break the line at that point, and NBSP forces the characters on either side to remain on the same line, even if it means extending the line beyond its normal container. However, if the existing space before the colon is too wide, using and NBSP might not be sufficient. In such cases, we can use the and EMSP entity, which creates a wider space. Conversely, if the initial spacing is too narrow, we can use a combination of and hairsp or and thinsp entities to achieve the desired alignment. This approach ensures consistent spacing before each colon, resulting in a more visually appealing and professional-looking list. Congratulations! You've mastered the basics of structuring your web pages with HTML. Now, let's add some flair to your creations. To introduce you to the basic concepts of CSS, let's explore how we can directly style elements within our HTML code itself. We can use the style attribute to apply basic styling directly to individual HTML elements. This will give us a hands-on experience with how we can control the appearance of our web pages. The style attribute allows us to add CSS properties directly to an HTML element. For example, we can change the color of text using the color property. We do this by adding the style attribute to the HTML tag and then, within the double quotes, specifying the property color and its value, blue, like this. Style equals color, blue. Let's apply this to our section title. To make our section title green, we need to change the color value to green. The code remains the same, except for the value within the style attribute. Remember that attributes, like style, must be placed within the opening tag of the element. Always include a space after the tag name before adding any attributes. I might paste some code here to save time, but the most effective way to learn is by typing it yourself. So, please try to type along with the code that I've provided. If you notice extra space between the name and job title, we can use the margin property within the style attribute to adjust the spacing between them. This technique can also be applied to other elements to fine-tune the spacing and layout of your web page. To remove the extra space, we can set the margin value to 0. As you can see, we just add property and value. If within the tag there is already a style attribute, we add more properties and values after a semicolon. But if there isn't, we must add the style attribute itself to the tag. We also can adjust the font size for the P element by giving it the following style. Font size, 18px. Font weight, bold. Remember to separate multiple style properties with a semicolon. This demonstrates how to apply multiple style properties to a single HTML element using the style attribute. By adjusting the font size and font weight, we can make the size and boldness of the P element similar to an H3 element. Higher PX values generally result in larger text. If you're wondering what PX means, it stands for pixels. Pixels are just one of the size standards we can use. We'll also explore other units like M and Rem, and learn when to use each one most effectively as we dive deeper into CSS. Now, let's style the body element. We'll start by setting the width to 600 pixels, adding a solid 2-pixel border, and including 30 pixels of padding. For practice, let's try styling a single-page CV using the HTML and CSS concepts we've learned so far. You can use the style attribute within HTML elements to adjust font sizes and colors for different sections, like headings and skills. Add basic styling to elements like bolding for names and skills, and italicizing for job titles. Control spacing between elements using the margin property. Remember to experiment with different styles and see how they affect the overall look and feel of your CV. This exercise will help you solidify your understanding of inline styling and prepare you for more advanced CSS techniques in the upcoming lessons.